there! Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Noah and the Ark. You know, this is one of the more popular stories in the Bible. Some people even celebrate it every year with a festival called Wahoo. How do we know who this guy Noah was? Well, he's our direct ancestor. He's listed in the Bible from the book of Genesis, chapters 6 through 9. It tells us how Noah built the ark, how he got all the animals on board, and how he survived the great flood that God sent upon the earth. This story has been told and read so many times that some people think it is just a myth or a fairy tale. But the Bible says that this really happened. Now, I'm going to answer 6 questions about Noah and the ark. The first question is, how did he come to build the ark and how long did it take? Well, God spoke to Noah and gave him instructions. He told him to build an ark, which is like a big boat. He was to build it out of gopher wood, make it 3 rooms long, 10 cubits wide, and 10 cubits high. A cubit is about 1.5 feet. So this ark was about 270 feet long, 135 feet wide, and 135 feet tall. The walls were to be 2 cubits thick, so that's about 3 feet. God said to coat the inside of the ark with pitch. That's a sticky, tar-like substance. Then he told Noah to bring his family and 7 pairs of every kind of animal, male and female, into the ark. These animals would be for sacrifice, and after the flood, they would help repopulate the earth. Noah began building the ark, and it took him 50 days to finish. Question no. 2. How did he get the animals on the ark? Well, the Bible simply says that they just came to him. We don't know if he had to go and find them or if they just showed up. But somehow these animals all got on board. The third question is, how long was he and the animals on the ark? Well, they were on the ark for 40 days and 40 nights while the rain fell. Then they stayed on the ark for 150 days before the land was dry enough for them to leave. My fourth question is, how big was the ark? Well, I already talked about this a little bit, but the ark was huge. It was 3 stories tall and over 200 feet long. It had to be big enough to hold all those animals, all their food and water, plus enough room for Noah and his family to live in. The fifth question is, what else do we need to know about the story? Well, there are some interesting details in this story. Did you know that it rained for 40 days and 40 nights? The rain was so heavy that it caused the rivers to overflow and the water rose and covered the mountains. Every living thing that was on the earth outside of the ark perished. Now, when I think about all those animals that died, I feel sad. But the Bible says that God thought it was very good because it wiped out all the bad people on the earth. After the rain stopped, the ark landed on the mountains of Ararat. Then a dove was sent out to see if the water had receded. It came back in with an olive leaf, which meant that God was pleased. Then a second time, the dove was sent out, but it didn't return. So then Noah opened the window of the ark and made an altar and offered a burnt offering to God. Then God spoke to Noah and said that he was pleased. He gave Noah and his family permission to leave the ark. The sixth and final question is, why did God send a flood to destroy all the animals and people on earth? Well, God saw that the people on earth were wicked and violent. He was grieved that he had made them. So he decided to start over with just Noah and his family and a few animals. So there you have it, the story of Noah and the ark in 60 seconds. Do you think you'll ever find an ark someday? Maybe you're related to Noah. Hey, thanks for watching. See you next time.